So for me personally, the vision board was something I feel like I never understood until this year, because I feel like now I'm finally ready to step into that best version of myself and kind of, you know, show up as her. In the last video, we covered planning and mindset shifts where you get started. Check that out. But now that we have all of our goals planned out, big and bigger, and we have made sure to sprinkle a little bit of delusion in there. If your goals are too common and they don't scare you even a little bit, if you're not looking at these goals like, God, you sure? Like, if you're not like, is that really something I can accomplish in a year? You don't have at least like a couple of those on there. I want you to go back and do it again, because this level that you're at right now is only temporary. So don't forget to dream bigger, and it's okay to also dream a new dream. A vision board is a great physical reminder of both why you started and where you're going. I think a lot of times we get off track because we don't have a plan or a roadmap to get to the destination. In the previous years, I found myself kind of just going with the flow and letting life lead me and not really putting forth a bunch of effort to work on having like a positive mindset shift or truly like believing that I can. I think that maybe in the previous years, and I'm sure some of you can relate, I have decided to go with the flow because sometimes you might think that if you don't set a goal, if you don't have a plan to succeed, then you can't really fail. No, well, I never said I was going to do this. I never had all these expectations from myself. But this year I have a clear idea of what I want my life to look like and what I'm expecting from myself in 2023. So in today's video, we are going to make a digital vision board. You can also make a physical one. And if you want to cut the work in half, you can simply just print off your digital version, which is what I'm going to do so that I can have physical and digital copies of my vision board. The vision board should be clear, inspiring, and it should be exciting to you. These are things that you should look at like, yes, I want to do that. I would love if my year looked like this. The good thing about having a digital vision board is that you can place it anywhere and you can continue to tweak it and make changes as you grow. The mindset that you have today might not be the mindset that you have after accomplishing a couple of the goals. And the hope would be that you will really surprise yourself by how far you can get when you put in effort, and maybe 3 months from now you'll realize that you made the goals a little bit too small. So I will be using Canva to complete this task. Make sure that you don't get too wrapped up in aesthetics and making everything match unless that's super important to you. Focus on the things that are a little bit more valuable here. So focus on the goals that you have listed out, the big ones and the small ones, and it's okay if it's something that carried over from last year that you didn't get to. So you're gonna wanna start off with a list, and I will share mine on the screen right here, maybe right here. I don't know. I'll share mine on the screen with you. So some things that I want to put more effort into this year are, number one being how I show up physically, my style. I found ever since quarantine, I have just put less and less effort into how I look. And although I'm not saying that you have to be obsessed with looking perfect every time you step foot out the house, it really is true that if you look good, you feel good. And I've just gotten so relaxed about everything that sometimes I feel like if I'm just gonna run a quick errand, I will walk out the house looking crazy. And then when I get back home, I'm like, why did I do that? And then it makes you like question if people are staring at you because you look crazy, and they probably are. So I want to triple my subscriber count. I want to get monetized. I need to reach my watch hours, and I have a list of YouTube concepts that I want to complete this year. I want to work on being more positive, encouraging myself, and not letting doubt creep in so much. I want to work on some financial goals. I want to take a couple of vacations. I want to put forth more effort into my romantic relationship. I want to find balance with my friendships, work, and social life. So what you want to do first is find some photos. This is my favorite part. You can use Pinterest, of course. I think that's everyone's go-to is to use Pinterest. They have a really great algorithm. Yeah, they have a really great algorithm, so you can search specific. And I like to be extremely specific, and even more so find people who maybe if they're not showing their face look similar to me, a tall girl with hair that's similar to mine, a skin complexion that's similar to mine, because when I see people who look like me in the spaces that I want to be in and I put that picture on my vision board, it helps me to really imagine myself there. And if you can see it, you can have it. It's only a matter of time and a matter of you taking the steps to get there. I also haven't heard anyone else say this, but personally, I still have the Tumblr app. Well, I've recently gotten back onto Tumblr. So many gems there. I found a lot of great pictures that I want to use from Tumblr as well. And I want to insert some pictures of my own life to make it a little bit more grounded and feel a little bit more real. And the pictures that I will be inserting from my own life are going to be some of the happiest moments that I've had in the past year, or maybe some photos of family and I together, because those are still good things that happened this year that I want to hold on to and bring into the next year. So photos of me just really looking happy and doing things that I said I want to do, I want to insert those in because those are steps that I want to repeat going into the next year. So choose photos that represent where you're going and things that excite you. I will be using Canva to put it all together. You can choose any different layout you want. And also, if you choose a layout and you are not in love with it, don't worry, because Canva makes it super easy to resize your photos. So I think I'm gonna start off with the YouTube thumbnail layout just because I feel like it's long and it's something that I'm getting very used to working with, but I'm also going to resize it for mobile. So you might use like the Instagram story layout or the wallpaper layout, whatever works best for you. I know some people who have iPads like to make it their iPad screensaver. I will be making it my laptop screensaver and my phone screensaver. So you can start off with a preset layout and just replace the photos, or you can completely freestyle it and just place the photos all over wherever you want. This part should be fun. Don't be too strict on yourself. Just have fun with it. Play with the layering. Pull some photos to the front by right-clicking and doing bring to front or bring forward, and then do the opposite with some of the others by right-clicking and doing bring push to back, bring backward, whatever. I should have it on the screen, but make sure to have fun with this. If you are considering doing a vision board and you've never done it before, I think a really great suggestion would be to do a vision board party. You can get all of your friends together and you guys can all kind of just set the vibe and create your vision boards together. It's a great task to do alone, but it's also great to do with your significant other, with your best friend, with your parent, anyone that you want to also encourage to follow you on this path of dreaming bigger and believing that you can. In addition to pictures, I'm also going to be adding some quotes. I found a lot of really good quotes on Tumblr. So one thing that I will be doing to add these quotes, if they don't fit in perfectly, is uploading them onto Canva and then doing the edit image, clicking the edit image button, which is at the top, and removing the background so that only the words can be there. And I'll just play around with the different styles and see what fits what I like the best. Some of the quotes that I found on Tumblr that I will be adding are: I expect a lot from me in 2023. I feel my sexiest when I do what I said I was gonna do. Discipline and intention is power, and power is sexy. This one I really like a lot. Your mind will always believe everything that you tell it. Feed it faith, feed it truth, and feed it with love. Another one that I found, y'all, I love Tumblr. If you haven't been on Tumblr in a long time, get back on there because it's so nostalgic and they still honestly have gems. This one says, I really am molding my life into my dream life. I really have and am still becoming the woman of my dreams. I can't describe how good it feels to finally embody who you knew you were but were struggling to be. How it feels to wake up every day looking forward to the day. How it feels to trust yourself enough to step out of your comfort zone in order to build your dream life. There's still work to do, but I'm celebrating myself. There's still work to do, but I'm celebrating myself for where I'm at on the way to get where I want to end up. I'm doing the dang thing, and might I add, quite gracefully. Quotes like that make me feel inspired. They make me feel like you can do this, you can keep going. There have been other people exactly where you are and they have gotten to the other side. And that's what I need on my vision board. I need something to kick me in my ass and tell me like, girl, stop sleeping on yourself because you don't want to repeat the same stuff that you repeated the other years because you were like, damn, I should have did things differently. So this year I'm going to actually just do the things differently. So if you're watching this and you're listening to this is your sign to do things differently. Take this year serious. Don't just watch the video and not take action, okay? Get your pictures together and go print them out and go put it on your screensaver and start crossing off those goals, okay? Doing a vision board, I know is gonna be so fulfilling to see what I actually accomplished throughout the year that I wrote down at the beginning and goals that I achieved sooner than I thought I would. I'll insert a clip, but just a couple of weeks ago, I put sticky notes all over my bathroom mirror. And this is something that I've always been obsessed with, is like putting sticky notes with kind of like positive affirmations or encouraging quotes on there. I just wanna say though that putting that physical reminder in front of me worked so much better than I could have ever thought, because even on the days where I really am not feeling it 100%, I am seeing those. And even if I don't just like jump up and take action, it's like I'm feeding my mind positivity, even if it's subconsciously. And one of the goals on there was to hit 1,000 followers before the end of the year. Or actually I wrote, I will hit 1,000 followers by the end of the year. And honestly, when I wrote that, the growth that I was receiving, that was kind of a far-fetched goal. It was more so like, I might hit it a month or so after. But as of today, I am only, I think, 20 or 30 subscribers away from the goal. So it's working. It worked, and you can do so much more than you think you can. So that's why I say make sure you sprinkle a little bit of delusion in there, because I think a little bit of delusion is healthy. But I really do encourage you all to try out doing a vision board. It'll help you to feel less like you're coasting through life, and it'll really help you to get the most out of this year. And also, why not? You literally have nothing to lose from creating one, and potentially so much to gain. And this is like the sticky notes, but like a level up, because there's going to be photos and quotes, and I'm going to be able to have this on my background to have physical reminders all the time, everywhere, on all the items that I pick up the most. So if you've been feeling like you need to get it together and you really have to figure it out, and this video found you, then I think that this is your sign to just go ahead and take that step, girl. Take a leap of faith and try it out. Find some confidence, hype yourself up, and go ahead and just get to it. Thank you guys so much for your support. If you have not seen the other videos in this self-improvement series, I have created a playlist, and this one will be added to it as well. So go ahead and check out those other videos and leave any new requests down below in the comments, and I will meet you there. Mwah.
And watch me over until my will runs dry.